Welcome back to Introduction to Programming. This is video 12 in our series. My name is John Duane. Today we're going to continue our discussion of controlling program flow. Our focus today will be on the select case statement. We'll look at the syntax and talk about when you should use it. Then we'll look at how you would write the same statements in the C languages. Now, one of the points I started to make in the last video on the if, then, else construct, and if you're not familiar with that in VBA, please go and watch video 11 in our series. So the point I was making there is that there are various ways to handle situations where you may want your program to do any number of different actions based on the existence or non-existence of a condition. But depending on the situation, some ways are better than others. In programming, usually better means faster, but it can also mean code that is easier to read and maintain. Now that's where select case comes in. It is designed for situations where there are more than 3 possibilities you are testing for, and it can lead to more efficient, and it definitely leads to more readable code in complex situations. Okay, let's look at an example. Alright, so this example will test the name of a college and return the mascot. So it's very simple, but that's what this does. I declare a variable called string text. I assign a college name to that variable, and then in the select case construct here I will test the variable string text and see if it equals any of these values down below. Each situation, each possibility is referred to as a case. So we have a case for USC, a case for UCLA, a case for NYU, and a case for BC. And then finally a case for else. Else isn't a college, else is just every other possibility. If there is a match, then we'll do the next statement, which is to print to the immediate window the name of the mascot. So let's run this and let's take a look at the result. And down in the immediate window you see that Trojans was printed, and that is because we had assigned USC to the variable, and then the select case construct matched USC's case, which says print Trojans. Let's put another college in here. So NYU, that's where my brother went. Let's see what happens now. And it prints the Violets. Gotta love that name. Let's put something else. How about all right, we'll put Oregon. Let's see what happens now. None of these. So then that one went all the way down to the case else and gave us none of these. Now one of the things that's great about this construct is that it's efficient. If the match is found in the first item, and when you're building these, the highest probability match should always go first. After it does the first one, it will do the action, and then it will skip all the others. It doesn't pay attention to them at all, goes to the end select, and then just moves on. So there could be 75 of these, and it's going to skip the next 74 of them because there was a match on number 1. So I really like that about select case. All right, let's take a look at this in the C languages. It will do pretty much the same thing, but it's going to look a little different. Okay, so here's C#. It's really the identical situation. I could have written this in Java or C++, and it would have looked exactly the same. So here, instead of select case, this family of languages uses the switch statement. The test is in parentheses here, so We're testing string text versus cases. So the case part is similar to select case. And the other thing that is different is after every action you need to put in the break keyword. Break will cause program flow to go to the very end, to basically leave the this construct, which the select case construct in Visual Basic does automatically for you. Here you have to be explicit about it. So let's run this, and we'll build it first, and now let's run it and see what we get. And we get Trojans, so that's expected. Works pretty much the same, but the construct is different. Notice the curly braces and the semicolons at the end of all the statements, very much characteristic of the C languages. So that's it. Let's go back to VBA. So let's wrap this up. The coding in VB 6.0, VBA, and the C languages is pretty straightforward. Once you're comfortable with how to write these statements, your focus has to be on which situations call for which structures. If there are only 2 or 3 possibilities, if then else is the way to go. If there are more possibilities, select case or switch statements are appropriate. Finally, and most important, be careful to think through your situation and be very sure about how many possibilities you have and how you want to handle them. Sometimes you're wise to draw a diagram or a flowchart to help solidify the situation in your mind. That will make the coding faster and more accurate. Okay, well that's it for today. I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe to this video series and write comments about anything that was not clear. I will monitor the comments and definitely respond. See you next time.